Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This reading found you today is because it was meant to find you guys, brought you here for a reason. There is a message here regarding your person. We're asking the question about what it is that they are currently thinking about. Just remember, this is a general reading, so think about how the message may apply to your life. But pick a pile that resonates with you. You may feel an energetic pull to one of these crystals, maybe the shape, color, size, maybe the location of the pile, maybe the number 1, 2, or 3. But take your time picking a pile. You can pause the video and meditate on it. Ask your guides. Definitely keep this person in the forefront while you're asking this question. There will be a timestamp for each section provided in the description. So when you are ready, head on over to your section and your reading will be waiting for you there. See you guys soon. Hey guys, looks like you made your way to pile number 1, so welcome. Maybe you were drawn to the location of the pile, maybe the number 1 resonates with you, or maybe the shape, size, color of the crystal, whatever the reason may be. You are here for a certain message about your person and what they are thinking about. So keep that person in your mind's eye while we're doing this reading. And we're going to go ahead and see what these cards are. We kind of pull them at random before the reading. So I'm seeing this with you at the same time. So let's see. Let's start. Everything here is kind of crooked. Did I just move this? Oh. Okay. Anyway, let's start with this card. So we have the Herald. Small regrets, longing. So I'm getting the sense that this person isn't in your life currently. I feel like they might be reaching out and maybe you're ignoring them or maybe you are answering them, but I feel distance. I feel like there's some kind of distance, whether it be like physical distance or that you are putting that distance between the two of you guys. There's also like emotional distance. There's snakes here, so I feel like there's definitely some kind of pain, but I also feel like you're very much intertwined with this person energetically still. And I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe you guys have had a back and forth at some point, and at this time you kind of just completely pulled away. But this person is holding on to a lot of guilt, a lot of regrets. I think, I don't know why, with this image, it almost feels like you got away. I don't know why this is giving me that thought, but you're the one that got away. And it's like you gave them so many chances, but you're still somehow attached. Like you still go back and think about them, and maybe you do answer their calls and their text messages, but like you put your foot down, but you're still kind of connected in that way. Let's see what this card has to say. So we have the Lovers. Yeah, I'm getting, I don't know why, but you guys, this kind of feels like a twin flame kind of thing. Like there was some toxicity. It wasn't necessarily the worst situation that you've ever dealt with, but there is some kind of twin flame energy here. So pulsing through the heart of the lover is gratitude, and lover appreciates and experiences the world through senses, revealing in beauty, song, art, music, sense, and sensuality. The heart, the beloved, the devoted. Connection, expansion, devotion, awe. I really feel like this person thinks you're the one. This person really feels like there is no one else that is better, and there's so much regret of like they took this, like all of this, everything for granted. They're obsessed with you. Like they reach out often. Like there is a sense of like they keep coming back and they reach out often. But they didn't do something right by you. I think they messed up so many times. It wasn't once, twice. This wasn't one mistake. This isn't the first, like, okay, once I can understand, learn from your mistake and don't do it again. But they took advantage of your kindness, and they know that. And I feel like you guys are almost in this place of, why go back when I know I can find someone else that hasn't made that mistake in the first place and just start over? Why keep going back? But you guys still keep going back. There's some, again, that tie. There is some kind of tie. Like, look at this picture. Again, something bad, but you're tied and connected, which is what's making me feel like this might all like very well be a twin flame situation. Like there is some toxicity and there is some lesson within this for you to learn. I wonder if you are happy without me. So yeah, there are moments where you don't answer them. But again, I do get a feeling that they reach out all the time. And again, I think they kept thinking that because there seems like there might have been some kind of back and forth, or maybe you guys talked about breaking up and never broke up, and there were arguments, there were tough arguments, but you never actually left, or you never made it like stick. And I think now you're making it stick. So there are moments of like, I wonder if you are happy without me. So yeah, their thought process is you all the time. Like you. There's lots of regret, lots of sadness behind that. They want you back. And I think like at the end of the day, like, you know what? I'll pull some cards from your guides after this just to give some advice. I wasn't going to do that. I was going to keep it simple, but maybe there's some guidance from your guides about all this. So let's go ahead and see what we have in this pile. So we have the Justice card reverse, the Chariot. Let me know if you can see it. Justice card in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, sorry. And the 8, this is rings, but it's pentacles. We'll make that pentacles. So with the Justice card in reverse, we are seeing things that they feel like aren't fair. That's what the energy, like again, we're talking about what is going on in their mind, what are they thinking about. So they think that things aren't fair for themselves, right? Obviously, because it feels very selfish almost to an extent, and maybe that's a situation that you've dealt with for some time. But they also are holding a lot of guilt, blame. So it's like a fit, like, you know, I think they see where they did wrong, and I think you might even get that as a response now when they do try to talk to you. But they do get us, they are right now thinking about a lot of the things that they have done wrong by you, for like towards you, and the things that they regret. And again, they're holding a lot of guilt. But at the same like I don't know why I'm also getting like on the same flip of the coin, they're never going to admit that to you. Like they haven't really taken about accountability for it. They know, but they're not taking accountability for it. So we're going into what they're thinking, but I am telling you what I'm seeing, that I just don't think that you have felt like they've taken accountability. So the reality is there's still not fairness in the relationship, in the sense that like you're putting in all this effort to take accountability and try to actually have a healthy relationship, and they're just not. And they see that. So again, small regrets, they're longing for you. It's just something that I energetically feel like is probably good you walked away from. But let's go ahead, see the Chariot here, also in reverse, right? This is showing me like a stuck energy, directionless, no traction, kind of not being able to move forward. So that makes sense. I think this relationship is just at a standstill, like not going anywhere. Again, I do get a sense that, like I'm repeating myself so many times, that they keep reaching out. You're not necessarily completely letting go because you keep letting them in, but that is just not going anywhere. It's a standstill. The relationship isn't going anywhere. They're emotionally, they're feeling like they're slipping away and losing grip on you, which I feel like they, again, thought that they had a grip on you. They thought that they had full, like, you know, not control, but I think they knew that you would never leave. Like it was one of those things, and like they got comfortable, and then you were just like, okay, I don't know how many times I have to tell you about respect, but here it is. And now I'm gone, right? And then the 8 of Pentacles, they want to work on something. They want to work on themselves. They want to work on you. They want to work on the relationship. This card is talking about effort. And it's just a little too late, I guess, is like the way the same, like something that's popping in my mind right now. It's a little too late. I had that song from like the early 2000s, right? JoJo. I don't know why that came into my head as soon as I saw that card. It's like they don't have control over you, so they're trying to figure out what they have control over, which is, you know, I guess I could fix myself and work myself to kind of show and prove to this person that I'm worthy and that they should come back to me. They might be wanting to try to fix the relationship, and maybe it's like at a part of you feels like, you know, you've had this conversation before, but they never took it seriously. I do want to actually pull some cards and get some guidance, because right now the vibe that I'm getting within this whole thing is that you really need to not pursue this anymore and stand your ground like you have been. I just think it's, again, that song that's popping into my head. It's a little too late. And maybe the sense and the thought process of, well, someone else can offer me all the things that I've been asking for, especially things that now this person is willing and wanting to give to you, but like without the pain and, you know, having to have, because like when someone breaks your trust, and like it doesn't have to be cheating, it doesn't have to be lying, it could be, I ask you to do this, you say you will, and then you don't, and that's betraying also my trust, because I'm giving you my heart, I'm giving you my boundary, and like that is a, breaking of some kind of trust, and there's pain, and you have to remember that in a relationship. Why not start from scratch with someone else that never caused that pain? So there is some validity to that thought process if that's something that you're having. Okay, so yeah, your guides are that, yeah. So I got the 8 of Cups, which is a breakup card. This is the 5 of Cups. Sorry, this came out upright. That was supposed to be reversed. 5 of Cups, and then the Ace of Pentacles. So your guides are basically giving you advice of like, let it be done. You already walked away, keep walking away, grieve. There is a loss, grieve it, and then just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, because there is an opportunity coming here. This is something that's going to bring stability, and this is divinely given. This is, after all this, if you can close the door, because I don't think this door has been closed, right? If you are able to close this door, your guides are giving you the gift of basically a new beginning with somebody else. And this is going to be stability. This is going to be peace. This is going to be harmony. This is going to be maybe even financial. Like financially, they can help you. You guys be powerful, like the power couple that you might be wanting to envision. But this is not happening within this relationship. It really isn't. This is going to be someone else, someone new coming in. So this is definitely good advice from your guides, because I think you were on the right path, and I think you knew that. And I think coming here, you were trying to figure out what, maybe there's something else to it. And like, yeah, like maybe they do want to work on themselves now. They do regret things. They do want to be with you. They think about you all the time. There's obsession over it. There's wanting, there's needing. They're broken, completely broken by this situation, by you not being there. They want to be the one that makes you happy. Because again, I wonder if you are happy without me. Like, yeah, the answer is yes. Yes, you messed up. You lost. That's it. And this is something to look forward to. So if this message did resonate, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss another one of these. And thank you guys for coming. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey guys, looks like you made your way to pile number 2, so welcome. Maybe you're drawn to the location of the pile, maybe the number 2 resonates with you, or maybe this crystal, the shape, the size, the color. Black, super powerful, feels super protective as well, so maybe that's probably the reason why you're drawn to it. I don't know why I'm getting a negative energy coming through, so maybe this is like your guides coming in to protect you from whatever this energy is. So keep that in mind. But let's go ahead. So we're answering the question of, what is this person thinking about? So whoever you had in your mind, mind's eye, we're going to just think about them while we're doing this reading. So let's see the first card. The storyteller, viewpoints, control. So super manipulative. So that's probably why there's some negativity towards that, about that. I feel like you guys, I don't know, you may be together, you might not be together right now. That energy, place it where it makes the most sense in your life, because I feel like, a group of people, different groups of people coming in watching these videos. But again, whoever this person is super manipulative. I think there's lots of lies, secrecy, trying to get you to understand, maybe even gaslighting. But it does feel like they do things, they spin the story around, they make you feel silly forever questioning anything, and they get away with a lot of stuff. And it's all about control. Like, they love the control that they have over you, that you are easily misguided. And it's not because, and I don't even think that's a form of weakness. I think it's like a form of you really caring about someone and wanting to trust them. And I think your guides are coming here to show you that, like sometimes you don't trust every single person in your life and they're just a lesson. And I just energetically, like, again, black being here, the black obsidian, I don't know. I just don't feel like this is a good energy. So if you're in this relationship, um, maybe this is like a sign for you to kind of like take a step back and kind of reassess the situation because it just doesn't feel good. I just don't feel like they're being honest, and I feel like they're taking advantage of the fact that you care so much about them. And I think you know that deep down, and you're just trying not to believe it because you really, really care about this person, which is fair. But also, this is not gonna be the last person that crosses your path that will treat you correctly, like, better. Like, right now, they're not. So there's gonna be another person that actually will treat you correctly is what I'm trying to say. There's always another person, and this isn't the end of the road. People always get afraid when they're in a relationship, like, "Oh, this is it. This is my last chance." It's like, no, like, you always meet the next person. You meet people who are energetically aligned with. So, like, if you're grown from this situation, you're gonna have an upgrade. There's always going to be an upgrade. You're never going to get a downgrade unless energetically that's where you're at. As long as you keep moving forward and growing, your next person will come, and maybe this person will be on the same wavelength as you and learn the same lesson, not the same, but will learn lessons in their life to be um what's the word? Advanced or evolved, because that's what we're doing. We're evolving, we're growing, and they need to be doing the same thing. They need to be growing as a person if you're doing the same. And if you're not, then you're going to align with people that are not growing either. So just take this as a lesson. But I just want to make it clear that I just don't think this is a good energy to have. Someone that lies, manipulates, and controls is just not it for sure. So we have Eros here, and this is giving me toxicity. So this card is kind of depicting this person. Very fire energy, sexual, like very sexual energy. Like lots of desire. So there is a lot of fire and passion, and like I feel like you I can't talk today. Might not have experienced this kind of passion with anyone else before. And so I think that's another reason why you're staying, because it's just so passionate. Reconnects with us with primal longing to merge with another human being, nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive we are separate from. Yeah. So there is a sense of like, man, like I don't think that this awakens something within you, which is why it's been hard to let go of this. Because I know, and I think you like, again, you come and question this person with things and they manipulate a different story because your questions are actually valid, and you know the answers to them, but you let them give you a story. There's definitely something toxic about this. Again, the colors still go, the black and everything, because this deck is not necessarily all black. It's a lot of color in them, and for whatever reason that came up. So there's just a very negative black energy with this. Yeah, find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Yeah, I think this was a lesson that you just need to learn and let go of. Because things that are like this, I've had podcasts that I listened to that if you're in a relationship where you have this energy, that spice, electricity, it's just like instant, you're all over each other. And it's just like, I've never felt this way. I listened to a whole podcast. I wish I could remember who it was by, but this person was like, if you feel this, run, because that is a toxic person. That is not normal. There is something about that person that is just super negative because they know how to manipulate. They know how to make you feel. They're good with words. They're good with actions. They're good with everything else. And then like you're here and you're like, wow, I am completely infatuated with this person because they did this. Like they created that vision. Then now they have control over you, and now they make you feel stuck. So the minute you find this person, run. And that is like the whole podcast was super validating. Because everyone goes through those kind of situations, and it's kind of scary that people like this exist, right? Because it's like, wow, like no empathy, just caring about themselves. So hearing this kind of still pulls me in that direction of like, this is just not healthy and good. Oh, okay. So I have two cards here. Um, Everything happens for a reason, right? So it was my fault, but I blamed you. That makes sense. And we will be together again. So if you guys are not in a relationship, but they keep coming back, or you know that it's toxic, so you pulled away. This just, I don't know, like I feel like maybe one card resonates with one group of people, this card resonates with another group, or both of them do. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Again, storyteller, viewpoints, control. They're trying to control the narrative. So there might have been an argument where he was like, no, like gaslit you. And now you know that it's your fault, or you believe it's your fault. There is so much toxicity around us. And same thing, we'll be together again. Like there's like that cringy. That is so toxic. That is just such a narcissistic thing to say. So I'm getting narcissism. I'm getting very manipulative. This is just not a good energy to have around. So I don't know if this is some kind of like sign, like you got this reading, you came to this reading to be able to see what they're thinking, right? Like they just know, like their thought process is right now that they know that they can manipulate you. They know that they have you. They know that this is like you can't walk away from it. So maybe this is a reading for you to reassess where you're at and see if you need to completely detach and move on from this, because I think that that probably is the direction where you need to go. I don't know, just saying. So we have the Three of Rings, which is Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Cups, and then the Six of Rings, which is Six of Pentacles in reverse. So the Three of Pentacles, this is, I know this is supposed to be a reading about you, but I'm just getting this as like information from your guides. There is a lack of understanding and shared effort. Okay? Like this is supposed to be teamwork. There is lack of it. And I feel like you are doing so much. You are coming, like, again, like you're coming up with like, hey, I'm having an issue with this, and it's gaslighting. And so then you bend for them, and like you're not getting anything in return. Just feel very gaslit. And I feel like at the end of the day, when you take a step back, it's like, oh, they're just getting their way. Like, what is the even point of any of this? And like you're so unhappy, but you want to be with them because there is that toxicity, there is that passion, and you're like, oh, this is love. And it's like, no, it isn't. This is the thing you should be running away from. Queen of Pentacles, which is upright. This is your energy that I'm getting. But I'm like, they're aware, like they know that this is your energy. So this is your energy. So this is you. And for them, this is representative of how aware that they are of how emotionally invested you are and how sensitive you are emotionally. And so they know that they have, like, again, this is validation for this whole reading. They know how invested you are emotionally, and because they created it, they did this. They knew what they were doing. They knew how to get you tied in and stuck in the situation, and that you aren't able to kind of make any adjustments, because they won't let you. They won't do anything for you. So this is just, again, validation for this whole reading. And Six of Pentacles in reverse. Again, rings is pentacles. Six of Pentacles in reverse. You're giving more than you're actually getting. Again, so all this validation, again, same, it's like the same message over and over again. There is an imbalance. There is no emotional support. There is no affection. There is no, affection is there because you have this, but it's a different kind of affection that you're looking for. And in a way that like you need to be like validated and feel like you have a partnership. You don't have that, but there's a lack of, even like time for you. I think there's so much gaslighting because it range from like topic to topic, because I just feel like they're withholding a lot that they might be even giving to someone else, but you don't know. Like there could be another party. I will pull some cards because I feel like you need guidance within this, because it's showing me what they're thinking. Like, yes, they have that energy of, I have you wrapped around my fingers. You don't have anywhere to go. You can't go anywhere. And they're playing some kind of a game that I just don't appreciate, because this is like, and no one deserves this. Absolutely nobody deserves this. But let's go ahead, get some guidance from your guides. I wasn't going to do it for these readings, but I feel like everyone within this kind of needs it. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, and Ace of Swords. Okay, that's interesting. And the Chariot in reverse. So this is very interesting message. So like again, with the passion coming in here very strongly, I'm seeing that this is like passion that you thought was a new beginning with somebody, which is was a total like you shouldn't have gone for it. And being this in reverse, again, feeling that this was not ever meant for you. This is like passion that is ill represented. It is fake. It is not what you need and what is normal and healthy. That is what I'm getting. And it was given to you. It maybe was a test, whatever it was, but you shouldn't have been on that road. And now like I think you're stuck in that. I think you're starting to see the truth about things because this is divinely handed like information, knowledge, truth, something from your higher self to guide you out of this because this is the push. I think this reading realistically is the truth that you kind of needed to move forward, if that's at all. This relationship is going nowhere. This situation is going to lead you to nothing. You are wasting time, and I hate saying that because nothing is ever a waste of time, even if it is feeling like that, because everything's a lesson, right? But I think because this was never meant to be your journey, this is really not propelling you to where you need to be in life. And like the faster you realize that, the faster you can get out, the faster you can start the new chapter. But your guides are kind of being blunt right now and saying this isn't it and you need to go. Like this just is very, very toxic. Again, this energy of protection, sucking the negativity out, is very strong within this reading. So hopefully you can take the time to maybe think about that, get some insight, maybe meditate and talk to your guides some more. But if this message did resonate, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss another one of these readings. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Hey guys, looks like you made your way to pile number 3, so welcome. Maybe you're drawn to the location of the pile, maybe number 3 itself, or maybe the shape, size, color of the crystal. Whatever the case may be, there is a message here for you from your guides about what it is that your person, the person that you're currently thinking about, what they are thinking about. So let's just jump in, get that message again. Keep them in the mind's eye while we're doing this reading, and really, really concentrate on them so that we can get that message across. So this first card, let's go ahead and pull it up. So we have the Warrior, perfectionism, burnout. This is a very interesting energy. I'm getting someone that is very, very strong-willed. I'm getting a sense of maybe you guys aren't together, maybe you are, but not, there is a sense of distance within your energetic field. Maybe you are in a relationship that's just kind of like floating away and becoming stagnant. But maybe a lot of you guys are not in a relationship with them. Whatever that case may be at the moment, there's so much strength within this person energetically. I almost get a sense like they're fighting for you. I feel like a lot of you guys might not be with this person anymore. I feel like they're fighting for you, but you just don't want it. There's again with the perfectionism, this is a relationship that you kind of almost felt almost like too controlling, but it wasn't, but it was. There was no freedom. There is some interesting energy, guys. I have to pull more cards because I am getting pulled in so many directions with this. So if any of this stuff resonates, definitely leave a comment because it's kind of crazy. I don't know. A lot of people, when I first pull these cards, they like always think like, oh, there's going to be an easy message. But this one really feels like there's a group of you guys coming in that it's just the storylines don't intertwine perfectly enough for me to give you a direct reading. But let's keep going. Let's see what this card is showing me. The Desert. Okay, that's still like there's grasping. So I think a lot of you guys are not in this relationship right now currently. So the desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping. That's interesting I said that. For grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. This person is really, I feel like they're fighting for you, fighting because they know you got away, but they're not bad people. It's just, there's something about them that is just so off-putting. It's almost giving you the ick because it's just you don't have the freedom to be you. I don't know if that resonates. Place it where it makes the most sense in your life. lack of clarity, existential dread, pleading with life to get back to normal. Yeah, that's interesting. There's comfort around that. There is no comfort in the desert, so that makes sense. Yeah, so this is really, so the energy that I'm getting is this person I feel like is like very like there's I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna say words and try to, like I say, place in a way that makes most sense in your life. I feel like their person's powerful, almost like they kind of I outshine you in so many aspects. Maybe they are, have a really good career where yours is still kind of afloat and you're trying to figure yourself out. So there's a sense of stability. They offer something as a person that kind of pulled you in and you were like, yeah, this makes sense. This is safe. But there's like so much control. This person is very controlling because they know what they offer and like they expect a different outcome. It like they have a different vision of their life, of like a life together than you do. And like to an extent that could work, but they just aren't lenient enough. And so you have walked away. And I think they're grasping because you do offer a lot more than most other people do, and you know what you have to offer. Like you might be not on the same wavelength or not on the same level as them, but it doesn't matter because you offer so much too. So there is a balance within that, but he or she is just not giving up that control. And so you can't have that. So it's like you can find this person again, but this person will have a hard time finding you because they're like you are a diamond in a rough, if that makes sense. Whereas this person isn't. I feel like there's a lot of people that can make a lot of money and give you the comfort, but no one's going to be able to offer you what you are offering them. Nobody's going to offer them what you are offering them because there's so many gold diggers out there, and like you are willing to still put in like 50-50, and no, it's hard to find that kind of a person. I don't know how to explain that, but hopefully that makes sense. But they are definitely like at a loss right now because they definitely want you back there. They want that comfort. You're giving them the comfort. I don't think they realize even how much effort you've been putting in and the comfort that you're giving, the home that you're building for them. So keep that in mind. I think there's a again split. I don't know why there's some people that might still be in a relationship with this person and they see sense that you're walking away. So this is a very split reading, 50-50 for people that are coming in. Let's go ahead and see what this card is, what your person's thinking. I want to feel that way again. I just feel like so many of you already disconnected. There's so much longing. They want you back. They want you in their life. They want what you offered. No one else. I feel like maybe even through the grapevine, you've heard that they've dated, and this is probably interesting for you to maybe even hear that they're only like using that as a comparison. I mean, the only way you'll be able to walk back to this person, because I don't feel like they're bad. I just feel like if they are able to show you that they can let you do whatever you want to do, and leave like let go of that control, that you might actually go back, but you just don't feel like that isn't possibility just with their personality type, if that makes sense. Let's go ahead and see what these cards are showing me. So we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands, and Four of Rings, and Rings is Pentacles in this deck. But we do have the Ace of Swords, which is a moment of clarity, right? I think this person is definitely giving some realizations again, like you have offered so much that nobody else has offered, and they want to. So I don't know if you guys are actually like, so this is about communication. I don't think you guys have actually accepted an offer of a communication, because I feel like they offered an opportunity to talk and I feel like you're just like, no, maybe. But I think there is a lack of that communication. She, sorry, wants to be able to communicate honestly about how they feel and about the situation and what they're willing to do or not do. And I think maybe at the same time, maybe you need to hear it so that you can be like, all right, no what ifs or whatever. So at the end of the day, I don't think they're bad people. I think that this was a mismatch. And honestly, I just have a hard time seeing that they'll find someone as easily. Not saying that they won't, because there's always somebody that you want. You can manifest the right person for yourself, but I feel like you were probably their person and it was a miss. That's what I'm getting. So the Queen of Wands is they I feel like this is your energy that you're giving off, and this is how they view you. Again, we're looking into what they're thinking of, right? They feel this I can't talk. Magnetism. Like they feel so drawn to you and they don't understand why. Well, the answer is because you were probably their like gift from the universe. And again, I feel like it was a miss for them. You were their lesson. And I guess whether or not it's in your, like the ball is in your court, whether or not you want to accept this opportunity again or not. But they do see you as strong, independent, which is fair given the situation. You're very captivating to them. So, I mean, that's interesting. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this is your energy. And I'm trying to like, they're trying to maintain control is one thing, right? They're trying to maintain control of the situation. They're clinging to the comfort zone that they had with you, right? But I also see that you, like, this is a reading for you in the Four of Pentacles. It's like you're trying to protect yourself also within this situation. Like, they really don't want to lose you at the end of the day completely. I feel like they have some kind of hope still, and they don't want to lose that, like, slight 1% chance that you might be able to talk to them or whatever. And it's interesting to me because the ball truly is in your court. I feel like you made a decision for yourself, but like there is still a part of you again that you kind of think about them because you're coming back to this, you're coming to this reading, and you know the person that you're thinking of is this person, right? So there is some kind of sense of like you didn't really quite cut it off, because if you did, you wouldn't be thinking about them. And so, like, the question is for you, like, do you want to give this person an opportunity to just even, like, forget about giving them another chance, but just give them an opportunity to talk? Like, are you at that level? Do you care? Are you moved on? At least if you moved on, now you know how they feel. Like, they want to be with you, and it's very, very apparent. They can't find you in anyone else, and they're literally, if they are dating, I feel like you have had someone tell you that they've been on dates or whatever, but it's because they're trying to find you and everyone else. And you know, it sucks for them. You don't need to entertain that. You don't need to give them another chance. I feel like, you know, if you have to stick to your gut, you stick to your gut. But let's see if we can get like another message from your guides here and get some guidance. Yeah, so that makes sense. So we have the Tower moment here in reverse. It's still a Tower moment. Doesn't matter if it's in reverse. I don't think this is a bad thing though. And we have Seven of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, I just feel like this relationship is definitely not something worth entertaining. But again, like you have your choice. I think your guides are telling you that like you have all these choices in front of you. You can take the choice to go and talk to them. There is some kind of a Tower moment, and it seems small, right? You know, it seems it's like a 50-50. I don't see you making a bad decision either way. If you entertain the conversation, I think there could be a Tower moment. And again, this is how you voice yourself and how you put your foot down and have your boundaries. There could be an opportunity of a breakdown within this relationship or a breakdown within the way they view things. So again, it's just like one of those things that it can go either way, but you have to hear their response. But right now, this is like very heavy, very burdened. So I don't blame you for even not wanting to even entertain this, because it seems like this is a burden that you're bearing that is like unnecessary. That's the reason why you walked away. So it could go either way, the conversation go either way, but your guides are kind of telling you like, we don't blame you if you don't give it a chance. It's going to be a miss on their part. This was not your lesson. You were their lesson and they failed. So this is really a very interesting reading, and the ball is totally in your court. I don't think there's a wrong decision or right decision. I think you're valid in walking away and feeling the way that you feel. And for you, I just feel like there's always going to be the next option. So I wouldn't really, you know, hold so much power in the situation or have any doubts or questions because it doesn't matter at the end of the day, especially in this, because you are their lesson and you will move on and be just fine. I feel like they will continue to search for you and everyone else, and it'll be very difficult. Not saying that they'll never find it, that I'm not doing a reading for them, I'm doing a reading for you, right? But that's not your problem at the end of the day. So if this message did resonate, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss another one of these, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.